Welcome back to episode 2 of Factorio Vanilla. So in the first episode we got everything started, built some power, got copper, iron, stone and of course coal up and running, and I think this one's about to run out. Yes it is, so let's top that up. So what are we going to do in this one? Well, I think first of all we need to start expanding the iron mining area, and then once we've got that done we can start to get a furnace area going. So let's see how much how much iron we've got. 144 iron available, and I'm sure we've got a little bit of copper done by now. 73, brilliant. So let's get some mining drills, and from there we can start to mine out this entire patch. And I want everything going towards the left so I can try and make a furnace set up that way. So let's see what we can do to arrange that. Now long term we probably want to be doing some belting it that way and straight out. So let's set up 2 rows for now, and then we can put some belt across this way. And I am going to have to move at least one of these power poles. Which will temporarily shut down everything. So I think that's going to be enough miners for now, which means the next step is to start moving left into a furnace column so we can actually start to put some of this to use. And once we've got a little bit coming in quantity, we can start to automate things, and that is the whole point of Factorio, is to automate your factory. So let's run this over here, and where are we? I think that we can probably sort of start to build the factory, start to build the furnace section where we are, and then have the main bus coming off it to the left. I am going to want to get rid of this coal at some point, sorry, this copper at some point. And what I can do is I can expand this coal area here to run along, split off and join in with furnaces. So I think that's what I'm going to aim for the moment. So I don't know if you've used the Ghost Planner feature, but it allows you to mark out where things are going to go, even if you don't actually have enough of something yet. And I'm just going to use that to mark out 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 spaces. And it won't work just yet. I need to do a little bit of research to get it working first of all. But this is a fairly nifty little furnace setup, which I saw on somebody else's video, and off the top of my head I can't remember whose. But what it does is it allows you to feed your coal in on the same line as your iron, and that way you only need the one line running through the middle. So you get a bit of a better mix in terms of belts and things. Pop some of this in there for now. And we're running low on power by the looks of things, so we need to get another steam engine going. But that can wait for a moment or two. So the next step is to start getting the inserters ready so we can actually put things into our furnaces. And we've got a little bit of duplication with this line here, so let's move it for the time being, just while we're sort of still short on starting resources. And that doesn't quite fit. Not to worry. There you go, plug the gap. So this seems like a reasonable time to... we can't build another boiler just yet. Yes we can, we've got that. We just need a little bit more steam, a little bit more iron, and we can build another steam engine. And that should take care of most of our power concerns for another 20 minutes or so. So that should cover things for the time being. Let's get back to our furnaces. And in order to build the rest of the furnaces, we're going to have to run down first of all to get some more stone. So at some point I want to belt that in so that we don't have to run as far to get it. 250 stone, that's plenty for what we need. So this is our output. I'll leave this area blank for now, because we can always put a second iron line in there. And just for the sake of things, I will get this bit ready for a copper line as well. No, I won't, because that would be a really silly thing, because I should have a second iron line up here. I'm not thinking straight at the moment. So this is our output for iron, and this will be an output for the copper. There you go, that's a bit more reasonable. So the last thing left to do then is just to hook that up. and to give these more fuel. And thinking about this, I've got this entirely backwards. So this is not our output, this is actually our input, and this will be our combined output, which means that I can cut this off here. And I need to rotate these, which will actually be easier to do like that. So what will happen is this comes in from there up and around, and that will go there, or will it? No. That can go there. I know this looks a bit strange, but it will make sense in a moment. I can't make the splitters yet, so I think the next step is going to be a little bit of handcrafting to do science. So this can come down here, ready to be split off from there. And we are going to need more mining capacity for our coal over here. Of course, that's going to take a few seconds for this to wind through. So in the meantime, let's do that and get it ready to have coal coming in on both sides of this belt. So while we're waiting for this to go through, last episode I was going to show you the achievements tab. I completely forgot about it. But that's something we can do now. So as you can see, I've managed to do all of the achievements, and maybe in another episode I'll talk about some of the achievements and some of the challenges I faced. But, they've all been completed, including Lazy Bastard, and the hardest one of all, there is no spoon. You would not believe how much planning that took to get right. But anyway, we finished making all the things we're trying to make, so let's hook that miner up. That's got power, brilliant. We can put the lab down somewhere where it's not going to get too much in the way. That looks like a reasonable spot for now. And of course the first thing we need is automation. Or is it? No, the first thing we're going to get is logistics, because I want splitters. Of course, to do that, we are going to need more resources again. some coal in there. While we're waiting, let's wire these up so we can have inserters working ready for those. And let's put all these inserters ready so that when we do have splitters, we can hook the whole thing straight up. Now what you find is that I tend to check my inventory fairly often, just so I've got a rough idea of what I have, what I need. But obviously as things start to get automated more and resources are more available, I should need to add a little bit less, because at the moment we've got virtually nothing. We're making everything as it's ready to use, but as things start to come online, as we start to get the bits and pieces we need, I should be able to sort of plan ahead a little bit more and just have a bit more stuff to hand, ready to go. So there'll be a bit less stopping, starting. Don't want that there. And I've just done that backwards. Mistakes like that make me wonder how I ever managed the 8-hour challenge. It was not easy. But we're just over halfway done with our research, so all we can really do for the next 40 seconds or so is sit, wait it through, let things take their time and chunter. I suppose while that's getting on, I could start building a more of a power stack. So how much have I got? I can build 6 steam engines. Really I want to get to the 1:14:10 ratio, so just need a little bit more than I've got. There we go, that gives me enough to reach the optimal 1:14:10. I don't know if you guys have been keeping track of the Friday Factorio, Friday Facts vlogs the developers are doing, but the 1:14:10 ratio, if you don't know what that is, that's the optimum ratio at the moment for drawing water from one pump, feeding it through 14 boilers, and then into 10 steam engines, and that generates about 5.5 megawatts of power. But if you've got more pumps, it doesn't increase things. If you've got more boilers, you end up not keeping the water hot enough. And if you've got more steam engines, you run out of water. So at the moment, that 1:14:10 is almost like a golden rule in the game. But starting from version 0.15, which should be out in a few months, all that will change. And so far, no one knows what the new ratio will be. That's our research done, so that allows us to get splitters, and now we can get the furnace set up properly up and running. But just going to finish the power first, then head back over to the furnaces. Make those a moment while we do it. And we have to move a few things around to actually make this work. But that's now connected, so we can get our power going for the meantime. And next up, can move that one down to there, pop that there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, can't quite do it with 5. So next step is to use this to start sending that up there, and this way, so the beauty of this comes in, that you can now use, that's not going to work. Change that to there, move that to there. My brain must be scrambled tonight, because normally I get that right first time. But now that it's doing what it's meant to do, this lovely little system takes the fuel in through this right hand side, split it so you get half going each way, and then the ore comes in under, gets split again, so you end up with the right amount of ore going right the way along, you end up with the right amount of coal going right the way along. Obviously we don't have enough miners yet, so we're going to have to improve that to get the throughput up, but that's relatively easy to do. So any second now we should have a few more miners. Give them some power as well. And there you go, Bob's your uncle. That should now be enough power to keep our furnace column going. Let's just have a look. It'll take a few seconds for that to filter through, but it should also be enough. Yep, you can see it backing up already to run the power as well. We are going to have to move this a little bit, and obviously we're going to need some more inserts up here. So I think it'd be worth moving this along a bit and making a bit of a gap so we can run through there as well. But in order to do that, we need more iron. There's never enough iron. So once again, we're disassembling this. Make room for everything to flow through. Give ourselves one space to come through there. And that doesn't quite work. Has to be awkward. I think that's a little bit cheaty, but it does make a gap, so it will have to do. There you go, we've now got the gap in the furnace column, in the steam engine column. We've got enough inserters to fuel all the boilers, all we need now is to move this slightly so that we can actually get the coal to all the boilers. And we don't need any of this. Let's pop some of that in there, just keep it rolling. And collect some more. Oh, we need more fuel here as well. Collect some more copper while we're up here. Right, so we've got a reasonable amount of iron coming in now. It's coming into the system, being turned into iron plate, and that's now pretty much automatic. So let's just pop a chest by here for now, so we've got some way of keeping track of it all. And we're probably going to need 2 chests, I would imagine, just to cope with the throughput. There you go. So that's the basics of our automation underway. Still need to do a copper smelting area as well, that I will handle out in a second. But I think that's probably us out of time for now, so I'm going to wrap this up. This is what we're looking at so far. We've got obviously iron underway, copper way up in the distance over there, got a coal coming through which you can see is nicely powering the steam engines now, and a little bit of stone mining over there. So that's it for now guys, I will see you next time.